Good morning, simplifiers. Well, it might be afternoon where you are. Once I post this, who knows, it might be, usually it's in the afternoon. Anyway, good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing okay. I had planned to make a video today, and as usual, my plans just go awry all the time. Something's going on with my dad. I'm gonna have to drive over there and check on him. I've said to myself, I'm gonna eat lunch first with Spencer. That's what we do on my day off. This is my day off. Thankfully, it's my day off, so I'm not supposed to be somewhere. And then I'm going to drive and check on him. So, crazy story as usual. What else is new with me? I've got a fan propeller in my head. Anyway, I'll stand over here. My dad missed his dermatology appointment, and me thinking I was doing him a huge favor, I made him an appointment myself instead of, because I just know how he is. It would have taken him months, and he has something on his ear that really need to be looked at. So I was like, I'll just make it myself. It might take weeks, who knows? I got him right in. Jasper's in there, I don't know, screaming. Don't ask me. Anyway, I got him right in, but I got him in for yesterday. He was supposed to work today. So here we are again. He even said to me, he was, everything's my fault. I don't know if I've told y'all, but now that mom's gone, mom blames a lot of things on me as well. Now dad, it's transferred to dad. Dad was never a blamer. Now it's all my fault. So I changed the appointment. He literally said to me, I was yelling from the other room Thursday. I hear pretty well. I didn't hear him. And he can't hear me when I'm in the room with him. So how did he even know what I was doing? I wasn't talking real loud. It's bizarre to me that he says, I was yelling at you Thursday. I made it for a Tuesday. His appointment's on Tuesday or yesterday, and then he was supposed to work today. Well, because of me making this, first of all, he missed his appointment. That's the first thing. That's not my fault. I'd actually reminded him earlier in the week, so I did do that. I didn't remind him the day before, but I reminded him earlier in the week. Still my fault. Anyway, I don't know why, but they cut this thing. I know why. They cut this thing off his ear. It needed to be cut off. It's bleeding and it won't stop. And then my sister's a nurse, so I said, he's calling me. I'm in Memphis traffic. Of course I'm in Memphis traffic. And I'm like trying to text Dawn at stop signs and lights or whatever. Can you call dad and tell him how to get the bleeding stopped? So she told him to sit down until he got the bleeding stopped because he's bent over like this. So the bleeding's not gonna stop if you're like this. But she thought if he would sit up, in the chair, it would stop. When he got up from the chair, suddenly he was having trouble with one of his legs, having trouble walking. Very strange, having a lot of trouble walking. So I was like, oh great. So he says, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work, shocker, but I'm going to take some pain medicine and go to bed. So I was kind of hoping he would take the pain medicine, go to bed and sleep. And then this morning it would be cured. Well, he called, I checked with the supervisor, he called a different lady at 4 in the morning, y'all. 4 in the morning. I hope she wasn't sleeping by the phone. Left her a voicemail at 4 a.m. that he would not be there today. When I said to him last night, don't you think you should go ahead and cancel? Well, why would you? It was 8 o'clock at night. Why cancel at 8 p.m.? We'll wait till 4 a.m. to call someone. I was just like, okay. Anyway, my dad's a clinical psychologist. I don't know if you know much about mental health providers. I grew up around them. All of them are very odd and eccentric. My dad, I would say, is the least odd one I've ever met. Ever. And he's still very eccentric. He's 93 and he thinks he should be driving and working. That's pretty eccentric. I don't know anybody's 93 that's working, but maybe y'all do. And I don't care if he works, but for crying out loud, if you can't walk, I said, is there stairs to the car? I said, how do you plan on getting down the stairs to the car if you're not walking well? Oh, well, my leg moves in various ways. It just doesn't move forward. And I'm just like, would like to bang my head against a wall. So anyway, I've got to leave in about an hour. It's not going to take me an hour to do this, I don't think, but I have a mess behind me. This mess is driving me crazy. First of all, I hate the mantle. I've had this like this for almost a year because Ranger passed away and I put that stuff up there. I don't like that. I really don't like anything that's going on up there. And so most of that has to do with Ranger. Nothing against Ranger. I'm just not loving the way that looks. So I'm gonna get some stuff down there if I have time, but I'm gonna start with this mess on the sofa. Let me see if I can pull. Yes, here we go, sunshine. Oh, this paper in the floor. The cats love this paper. There's a box right here. They sleep in this box, they love it. There's also, this is why my house looks trashy. They like this box too. So So usually until they throw up in something, I just let them have it. So I'm just, first thing I'm gonna do is cram this paper into the box. And I never talk loud enough on these videos, so it may sound like I'm yelling. I'm not mad or angry. I'm just talking loudly because I still don't have a microphone and it never picks up. All right, so I'm not loving my table right here. You can see this. I have a picture of Sunshine. I've had this sitting here forever. The vet has it and I have it. It's so funny. He says, I have it up on my something that credenza or something, and I think it's like a shelf in his office. So he sees Sunshine every day of her life and every day of his life, I guess. This is a toy of theirs. I'm gonna just stick it down here because we don't use it much. This is my mom's Sweet and Low. It's been sitting here for months. I don't think my sister uses it and I keep forgetting to ask her. I'm gonna keep this container, but I'm gonna get rid of the Sweet and Low. So I'm just gonna move this to the kitchen so I'll deal with it. I'm still having a tongue problem. If you're wondering, why do you sound funny? Still having a tongue problem. Okay, these papers, let's see. This I'm gonna declutter. It's just a little, oh, actually my hands are so dry this time of year. I think I will keep this in my I've got a newer car. I'll put it in there. This is just papers I need to go through, and there's a million papers on my table in here that I haven't gone through. So I'm just gonna throw it over there because why not? Okay, so now the table's clear. I don't have a dust rag, it's very dusty. I don't have a dust rag. Let me get some of this stuff down. I don't know where I'm gonna put Ranger's stuff, but it's not gonna keep sitting here. This is his, where they made his little footprint, which is so cute, but I literally don't know what to do with it. It's so cute. I just don't know what to do with it, so I'm just gonna put the top on this, and honestly, I don't know what to do with his ashes either, because I don't really want them. The only reason I didn't bury him, we buried everybody. I did not bury him because we're talking about moving to Florida, maybe, or south of where we are. I despise winter, so we're talking about moving. Okay. Now this little thing I had set up, this is the ashes we cut from Spencer's mom, and this was what I said. I was going to get Ranger a little urn like this. It's so much cuter, and they have these on Amazon. They're not expensive at all. I think it was less than $20, and it's very, you can tell, I mean, like, here's my face. Very small. And then I have a picture, her sister died young, so I have a picture of her and her sister together, and then I have these flowers. These are fake pansies, and they kind of match the purple on this with the little hummingbird. So I'm leaving that there. I'm not having a problem with that at all. This is more of the stuff from Ranger. This is one of these. Let's see, is this one have batteries? This one must not have batteries, but let me see. I think this one works. I don't know, where did my one with batteries go? That's weird. Okay, you gotta analyze that situation. Okay, this does have batteries. I don't know, those lanterns are great, but not if they don't have batteries. And then this is Spencer. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I'm sure you can't. Spencer, I'll bring it over here, Mitch and Wendy, and then Spencer's grandfather. Spencer was very attached to his grandfather, and he passed away a long time ago, but anyway, Spencer is the little blonde. Spencer had very, very blonde hair when he was young. In the middle is Mitch, and then the oldest, and then Wendy is his sister. And then that's a picture of his grandfather. His name was Commodore, of all things, Commodore Ferguson, and that's their New Mexico farm, which Spencer is still trying to sell. That's because his mom passed away, so that's a mess. It's just a mess. It has not sold. It's worth a lot, but it's not worth apparently as much as we had hoped. You know, and it's being divided between several people. Okay, I've got Ranger all put in one place nice in there. Anyway, I am gonna order him an urn. I just have not done it. This towel Spencer wanted because he was sweating and he wanted something to put over his computer chair, but it is gonna get hot this weekend, so he's probably gonna sweat, but I'm just gonna put it away. He can ask me later where it is. Okay, so I'm liking the way that looks better. That looks much better to me. And then right here, I've got these two cleaners for when somebody throws up. This one's really good. Back out if you, is that what it? No, this is something different. I put, it was leaking, so I put it in this, but it's called Back Out, B-A-C-O-U-T. And then Odoban. Odoban's okay. I've heard people just rave about it. I haven't had the luck other people have. But I'm gonna put, my litter boxes are being hidden by the sofa, so I'm just gonna, I'm gonna put them over here, and then hopefully if Spencer needs anything while I'm hoping to only be gone one night. We'll see. I'm supposed to work with the kids tomorrow, so I don't know. So then yesterday, Jasper laid on this and kind of messed everything up, so let me just, I've got it turned where you can see. He messed everything up on my sofa, so I just, it's all this light's coming through there, so it's hard to see. But anyway, so there's the table that I cleaned off. The other sofa is pretty empty. Sunshine messed up that little quilt thing, so I'll go fix that. She likes to get behind. She loves to get behind stuff, so she messed that up. All right, let's deal with this. Okay, this is, I used to carry a gun all the time. I kind of gotten lazy with it, so I'm not really sure where to put this. So when I just sold my car, so when I sold my car, I took this out, and Spencer didn't put it in my other one. I never use it, so I'll put it down here. I may not remember it's there, but eventually I'll locate it. This is my dad's, he had this slime digital tire inflator. I got him a new one, and I don't know what happened to the old one, but I can't find it, so I think I'm just gonna recycle this box. So the recycling's in this room right here, so I'm just gonna throw it out here. You know, as soon as I get rid of that, I will locate it, but this is Snuggle. I was gonna take to my dad's house. This is a cute little stuffed animal I got for Sunshine. She could care less about this, but it's so cute. I got it at Dollar Tree, and it reminds me of her because she's an orange cat. Orange tabby, so I'll just stick her up here. Okay, let's see. This is a liner I got for a rug for Dad, and I ended up getting him a different type of rug that stuck better, so I did not need a liner. These are two empty. She's in there playing with that paper. If you can hear paper rustling, she got in that box. So they do use it. More papers. Let me just get all the papers in one stack so we can just see if we can deal with them. Okay, this is a bag my friend gave me. I'm gonna put it, this is something I need to ask Spencer about, this bag right here. And I keep forgetting to ask him. I need to put this in the closet. This is empty, I think. I'm gonna throw this away if it's empty. Yeah, this is all torn up, so I'm just gonna, there's a note in there, a note from my mom, note blast from the past right here. Okay, put that in the trash. It's torn up, so I'm not gonna give that away. I don't think I can read this. this even if I wanted to. What does this say? That's just a list from 5 years ago. Okay, let's see here. I think these are dried up. I'm just gonna white. I'm just gonna, let me just move this closer. This has got my quarters in it for Aldi. I think it's like quarters or pennies. Let's see. Well, I said it was. It's just change. Okay. Here's sunglasses. I'm gonna need these soon. Let's see here. Once the time changes, I'm gonna need these. So let me. I'm gonna put this with my dad's stuff. I'm gonna put this where I'm gonna put it in the car because I need it. Eventually, this is my dad, or not my dad's. I'm keeping it. Let me put it in here. Oh my goodness. Cleaning supply, cleaning supply. Another little toy for Sunshine. Put it over there. It's Wonder Woman. Sunshine is Wonder Woman. Well, this looks a lot better. Now I've got this. This is stuff that was from my car. Let's see here. That was from 100 years ago. That from 100, this is great, isn't it? I might keep that. It's my DoorDash mask. It was actually a pretty good mask. This, what do you think about this? Does this work? Why did I quit using this? I'm gonna see if this works. I could definitely use that in my car. Oh my goodness, really old stuff. This old glasses case is empty. It's kind of torn up. Might take that with me or not. It has some migraine pills in there. I think I will. That's old nasal spray. Another nasal spray. I don't even know what that is. Clearly not important. Some expired cream, name tag, old dirty mask. Just a lot of old things. Old earplugs, old, lens cleansing wipes. Yeah, I don't really use those. This I'll ask Spencer about. I feel like this relates to him more than it does me. I don't. Probably something to do with the car, I don't know, it has nothing to do with me. Old candy. Well, this was quick work. I could have just thrown this away. This is how I do things. I set stuff down instead of dealing with it, so I could have dealt with all of this. Okay, this bag looks usable. I use the ones without holes for litter, so I'm gonna put them back here because Spencer will have to do litter while I'm gone. Okay. I'm gonna put this with my stuff because I'm leaving soon. Hopefully. Okay. Now. This is financial kind of information, kind of do with my mom and dad. Let's see. Old tags for stuff I bought at Walmart. I do tend to keep those for a while, not forever, just for a while. girl that just bought my car, I think. Okay. I write myself notes with tape on it, put it on my steering wheel so I don't, because my memory is just not, my memory is not that, you know what I mean? How it usually has to do with my dad. A little grocery list. I'll keep that. I had something about my sister and my mom's banking. What is this? Okay, that's the stamp. I'm getting rid of, that. This has to do with my dad. This has to do with my dad. All of this. Some of this I think I can throw away, but I'm just gonna, yeah, this can be shredded, I think. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep that. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna put that on top. Okay. So this is stuff. I've got a huge mess in my kitchen. Which, all right. These four things, I'm gonna put. Make sure there's nothing in here. Seats. In the closet, put these. I have a place I put tags, office stuff I got at Walmart in case I need to return. This stack all has to do with my dad. And this little piece of paper has to do with the car I just sold. It had, because we just got new tires. So it's got new tire information. So I want to get that to her. All right, we're doing better. We're doing better. So you can see that looks a lot better. I've got a little pile of papers. That's my dad's stuff. This is cleaning stuff. I can stick this in the closet too, and then we'll have this all cleared out. Okay, so that didn't take too long. This one thing, this plastic bag, is something I wanted Spencer to look at. Now, let's move to the kitchen. Do I have time? 23 minutes. Let's move to the kitchen and see if I can, the kitchen table is a mess. It's just a mess. Let me see if I can go through that. Let's see if I can go through that real quick. I'm gonna just put you on the counter. Sorry to move you. Sorry. Shut the door. There, now you can see my big mess on the table. I'm so tired of looking at this. This is Spencer's blood work. This is a credit card that he scheduled. This is a receipt. This is something for me. We don't look at magazines at all. I'm putting the Tennessee magazine in the trash real quick. I'm putting the thing I said was for me in a drawer. I'm putting Spencer's blood work and his scheduled thing. I'm putting that in a drawer. I'm putting an envelope in the trash. So the latest thing that's happened, you know, it's something every day. So yesterday I go pick up our medicine, everything's fine, I thought, and they don't, you know, they just like seal everything up and you don't know what's going on. So I had 3 medications because I hadn't picked up in a while, and he had 1. And I get home and I'm opening, I take promethazine for my stomach because it helps nausea. I have bad acid reflux. So I'm opening the bottle and I look in there and I'm like, this is not 90 days worth. This looks like 30. So I counted it out and I was like, I am going to be livid if they say to me, you should check, because they've said this to me before. You should have checked this before you left. You sealed everything up. You know what I'm saying? Like, where am I supposed to go to check this? And there is a place, I think there's a place to sit, but still, really? So I didn't check it, even though I know I'm supposed to. So anyway, I called him, as soon as I found out they were closed already, I was like, y'all close at 7? Like, I can't keep anybody's hours straight. I think it's 9 to 7, which is fine. That's plenty long to be open, I get it. But I was just so frustrated because I've had trouble with them before on this, and it's just like, it's your problem, it's your fault. So I happened to get the actual pharmacist. I called this morning, I happened to get the actual pharmacist. Oh, this is always crickety. I happened to get the actual pharmacist on the phone. I had problems with him in the past, had a big problem with him in the past. He was super nice. I don't know if you recognize my name. I wouldn't be surprised because I complained on him because I was so mad. Something that having to do with my cat. So I made a huge complaint against him. And anyway, he couldn't have been nicer. And he said, I don't know. He said, we have records of who packed that. I'll look at that. I don't know what the problem is, but clearly you're supposed to get 90. And he didn't even, insinuate I might be lying. If that had been a pain medication, though, can you imagine if that had been an actual pain, something controlled? I was still surprised. Okay, this is a list I've set up for Spencer right here. It's ratty looking, but this is taped here so he knows what to do with the pets because they're meds, because I do everything. He had a birthday, so these are his birthday cards. And, I don't want to disrupt all that. Let's look at this and see what this big mess is right here. It's just, I know I'm talking real fast. I gotta leave here in about 30 minutes. I gotta pack the rest of my stuff up. So, sorry. You can slow it down in settings if you need to. There are YouTube settings you can fix that. Okay. Another thing about clothes. I don't think I'm taking that back. Let's see. Some of this, I can throw this away. I'm just throwing it on the floor for now. I'll pick it up in a minute. Let's see. 460. All right. Let's see. That's just, I don't even know what that is. Let's see. Oh, I could use this. I gotta send something to my friend. I could use this. Another thing. I'm like rushing to get this done. I don't know what I did with her address. It's on my phone. I'll look for it. All right, that was a note from my dad. I don't need that. Why am I keeping that? Nobody in the world knows. That's for Dad. It was old. See, this could be taken care of if I would just sit here and look at it. This has to do with when my mother was still alive. No, that's not true. This has to do with after that, but okay. That I need. That's information I need. Okay, this has to do with the water bills. I can put this in this drawer. I have a drawer that I stick papers in, and then at some point I deal with them, but I'm not dealing with them today. This is stickers I got my friend. I gotta mail that to her. Of course, why do I buy stuff for people? I never mail anything. Okay, message about my dad. That, I think I do need to know. collect Ziploc bags. Why? Don't ask. Okay, these receipts can go in this drawer I was talking about. This can just be thrown away. All right. Okay, that pile's a little bit smaller. My paper system works really, really good when I'm actually doing it, which clearly, as you can tell, I'm not doing it right now. If I were doing it right now, this table would not look like this. I actually have a really good paper system that I'd love to talk about sometime if y'all are interested. This is not an example of the paper system working well, but it does work well, but I have to sit down long enough to actually process what's sitting here. So, let's just see what this is. Let's see. Oh, my friend, my friend got me this, so it's just sitting here. I'm pretty sure I have one of these. I used to collect turtles. I don't anymore. I didn't tell her. I don't have the heart to tell her because she always wants to send me something and she doesn't know what I like and what I don't like. And I'm not really a gifts person. We talked about this before, but honestly, I could just care less about the gifts. It's very cute. I just don't, you know. So probably gonna donate that. So let me see if there's, yeah, all right. Stick that right there. This is just some scrap paper I had sitting here. This has to do with my Bible study. Somebody gave me this, but it has somebody else's name in it. So it was to a different lady in the Bible study, and I was supposed to have one too. But anyway, I was going to take this back to the lady, so I'm going to put this with my stuff. This is, she gave us this too. It's a little holder you can put for antibacterial stuff. I'm going to donate that because I just don't. And my new name tag that I actually don't need because I still have my old name tag. Shocking, believe it or not, I knew where my old name tag was. That is the most shocking thing you'll ever hear. Ever. Okay. This my friend gave me, and it's real strong, and I can't use it. I can use it, but it's really strong. I can't do really strong scents. I'm going to let somebody else have that. It smells wonderful, but the scent is just, I can't. It's too much. Too much. Okay, let's see. Okay, this had to do with my car. I don't need that anymore because I sold it. Alright. This is my meds list. I'm putting that right there. I have a note to myself, cut ugly yellow bush back. That was for my dad. I've already done that. They have this bush bag. I despise it. It is hideous. It has yellow blooms that hang down like it's like trumpet blooms, but they're like this big. I don't like it. Okay, that's a grocery list. I have 1,000,001. Let's see. This is grocery receipt for Dad. He's already eaten that, so no need in keeping that. Let's see, this was what the title for the new car was in. I'm getting rid of that. This is what I need to take with me to Jackson. I've already packed. I've packed that up, so I think I'm good. I'm gonna put this in the, well, I'm going to keep that, but I'll put it in that. I will put it in the something or other cabinet. Okay, I have supplements and meds. I just throw them in bags. That's what this is. These are a few Band-Aids I had in my purse, I guess. More supplements. I need to figure out what they are and use them. Okay, this is a letter from my friend. I do need to another one of these envelopes. I need to write my friend back. She's the one I bought the stickers for that I haven't mailed yet, so I'll put the letter with the stickers. Maybe eventually I'll get to it. This is from, yeah, I don't care about that. Let's see, this is mine. Okay. All right, I keep my dad's receipts. He doesn't even check his off, which I think is crazy, off his credit card bill. I'm gonna stick that in the drawer in case there's ever a question. I'll be able to go back and locate. And then these are my receipts, I think. I'm gonna put these, I have an envelope, I put my Visa receipts. I have a Visa and Spencer has a MasterCard that he uses. And we literally charge everything. This is actually my paper system. So I have this folder. This is what the paper system's supposed to look like, not like what it looks like. I have this folder. I have, oh, that's not good. Oh, there's more paper in the chair, that's why. I have the Visa, I'm gonna stick these in here because I think these are my receipts. If they're not, I'll figure it out later. And then what is this? These are my dad's, more of my dad's. These are more recent ones. And then I'm supposed to have a MasterCard one in here as well. And that's in that chair right there. It's getting late, so I'm gonna skip the chair because I'm just gonna push the chair. I'm gonna push the chair like this and not worry about it. And I've gotta get this thing ready to mail. That's the other thing I gotta do today. But anyway, my paper system, this is my active file. And then I have in the floor over here, which is not a good place for it, I have more of a mess, of course, because I'm a messy person. But I have this is my time will tell bin. Ever since I crammed stuff in here, I've never looked at it. So this is something, I need to look at this sometime. After I finish dealing with my dad and whatever's going on with him right now, I'm gonna deal with this. Okay, so. And then, true to form, I have stuff on top of it, because why wouldn't you? I think I'm gonna throw this, wait, let me see if I can pull this come off. Yeah, this thing, I'm not using this anymore, and so I'm gonna throw, what? All right, to-do list, I'll keep that. This is cute. Looks like these are coming right off. So these are little sticky notes, little miniature Post-its. I'll keep those for now. I don't know that I'll use them. My dad loves those. I might just give those to him. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of this. All right, so let me show you everything that's in the floor here that I'm about to throw in the trash, so you can see I have done something while I've been sitting here. So that's all going in the trash. Plastic bag, that's for the cat litter. Or also sometimes the trash, little trash cans. Okay, this is looking much better. I keep this on top of the microwave. Now, Dawn from the Minimal Mom says not to keep it in the kitchen. I don't care. I don't care. Don't keep it in your kitchen if you don't want to. You know, she has an office space or whatever. I have an office I don't go into unless I'm filming, which I'm not. I'm in the kitchen today. But if I was just going to sit down and talk to you or do Dollar Tree, that goes in my office. I don't have a desk in there. So this goes in my kitchen. I'm not upset about it. I've got one bill I gotta pay, but it's not due yet. Okay, so let me just consolidate this all into one, pile, where it doesn't look terrible. These are some little notepads I got from Dollar Tree, and they're just still sitting here. One of these is for my friend. I just haven't given it to her yet. All right, and then my new name tag, I'm just gonna let it sit right here. I'm gonna get all this paper off this table. And I'll wipe this table off because it's dirty. take this down for Spencer because it's all frayed. And the last time I had to leave, that's better. All right, another little pile of stuff. I'm gonna take this with me. That's trash. This all has to do with stuff let's see. Stuff we bought recently. Put that right there in that same pile. This is trash. I think this is trash. Yep. All right, let me wipe this table down and put this with my stuff that I'm taking, and we'll be done. All right, that looks better. Okay. It's drying itself. I didn't even have to dry it. That's going to go in the trash and we'll be done. All right, 45 minutes is looking much better, and I did some talking at the beginning. So anyway, thanks so much for being with me. This is where occasionally a cat will be laying here, so I just keep this chair. It's kind of an old broken down chair. It's a really nice chair. It's not really broken down. It's an old scratched up and clawed up chair and kind of dirty, but I just keep it covered so the cats love it. So anyway, that's what that's all about. Love you guys, and I will talk to you next time. Sorry that I was just like speeding through, but I gotta leave. Love you, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.